HarperCollins presents Nowhere to Hide by Hannah Morgan. Read by Byrne. Content warning. This audiobook contains graphic descriptions of violence of a physical and sexual nature that some listeners may find distressing. Help and advice, as well as information about how to access it, is available at the end of this recording. Prologue. Spring. What do I do? The words swirled around and around in my head. What do I do? What do I do? Stay? Go? I don't know. Sitting on the cold iron bench on the station platform, I looked down at the bin bag full of my belongings at my feet. I hadn't taken everything. Just a handful of clothes, shoes, underwear and toiletries, enough to get by for a few days. I'd left in a hurry. No time to think straight. I just raced around grabbing everything I could see, then stormed out the house, never intending to go back. I hadn't gone far, just 20 minutes walk up the road to the train station. But I'd been sitting here on this bench on the station platform for 2 hours now, and still I couldn't decide what to do. My eyes slid over the black bin liner full of clothes, across the railway tracks in front of me, and to the other side of the station. All it would take would be a short walk over the footbridge to the other side, and from there I could get to my mum's house. Or I could stay on this side and walk back home to my fiancé Matt's house. What do I do? Stay on this side or cross the bridge? I couldn't decide. It had happened earlier that evening. Matt, his mother and I had been invited to their friend Sammy's retirement do, but Matt hadn't woken up in the best of moods. To be fair, he'd been under a lot of strain recently, and it made him snappy and irritable. Then, this morning, he'd noticed a text on my phone from my old friend, and immediately jumped to the wrong conclusion. "I don't know what your problem is," I'd said, sighing after he made several snide remarks about my secret relationship. I'd always had male friends, but that was all they were, friends, and I didn't see anything wrong with that. Matt knew that. I had been open and honest with him from the start, but now he was convinced I was seeing someone else behind his back. "Matt, there's nothing going on between us," I insisted for what felt like the 20th time that morning. "He's an old friend, that's all. You know that. I've talked about him, I've told you about him. I've known him for years, since I was at school. He's an old mate." But nothing I said soothed him, and Matt and I arrived at the party, him still in a stinking mood. I tried to put the row behind us, so we got a couple of drinks and went to sit in the garden at a table with other party guests nearby. It was a lovely, warm spring evening, and I was enjoying a cool glass of Stella Artois in the sunset, meeting Matt and his mum's friends, completely forgetting about Matt's bad temper from earlier. But he hadn't forgotten. He just wouldn't stop going on about the text, and the more I tried to change the subject, the worse it got. Then suddenly he flung his arm out and swiped my glass off the table. I could see it happening in slow motion, but there was nothing I could do to stop it. The glass smashed on the floor and everyone fell silent as they turned to look at us. I was so embarrassed I felt my cheeks flush with shame. How could he do that in front of everyone? A handful of people looked startled, but Matt pretended that the glass was knocked off the table accidentally. Seething, I stood up and left without another word, walking out of the cricket club and through the loud music the DJ was playing. Matt followed me. "Where are you going?" he panted as he chased behind me. "I'm going home," I fumed. "I'm sorry. Please don't go. Please don't leave," he begged as I strode on ahead of him up the street. "No, that was so embarrassing, Matt. I can't believe you did that." I know, I'm sorry."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?